in 2000 to really explore nursing as a profession because I didn't have any experience since I graduated from nursing school. So I came to America because by that time they needed nurses. So I came to review for the NCLEX and take the NCLEX exam here in Manhattan. While I was here reviewing a facility, filed a petition for me. But then na-deny yun. Napasa ko naman na yung exam pero hindi pa lumabas yung result ko, yung pinaka-certificate. And that's part of the requirement. The procedure for petition then was different. Parang may mga steps na pina-follow for you to be able to get to the petition process talaga.
Dapat one after another.
Yeah. So, after that, dinadina yun. Meron naman akong mga kaibigan na nag-recommend na in Maryland, there's an agency who can petition me or continue the petition that I started in New York. And that's what happened. I was able to get a work permit. And so that's when I started working as a nurse and I was trained as a nurse, spent 5 years in rehab nursing as a rehab nurse. But unfortunately, yung process kasi ng petition for green card, matagal yung decision making. Na to the point na yung tourist visa ko expired na by the time na nagdesisyon sila. So technically talaga, na-overstay ko na yung visa ko. And that's when, again, they denied the petition. So that led me to going back home. Kasi may choice ako when I went to see the immigration judge. It's either I voluntarily remove myself from the United States or madideport ako na parang mas malala yung magiging record. So, I opted for voluntarily departing the United States.
Anong nangyari yung 9/11? So take us back to that day. Where were you and what do you remember?
I was coming from the train station because I live in the upper New York area in Bronxville. So, nakikita ko yung Twin Tower. Visible siya doon kasi 13th Street lang naman yun. So, sa clear morning, talagang blue sky, ganun, tahimik. Tapos suddenly, piniprepare na namin yung mga chemotherapy drugs, the things that we need for the day. Suddenly, kumasok yung doktor. Sabi niya, turn on the TV. The Twin Tower building is burning. Tapos sabi niya. So, nakita namin talaga sa TV, yun yung trending na news. Tapos dun sa office ni Doc, meron din dun malaki pang window. Tiningnan namin, kitang-kita talaga namin na nagbe-burn na yung isang building. It was burning. And then a few seconds later, kasi we're trying to send the patient out because we perceive that the city is going to close kasi nga may ganong emergency.
Attack.
Pag namin, dalawa na yung building na nag-strike na yung isang plane dun sa isang building. So, lalong na-heighten yung emergency. Tapos yun nalaman namin na may isang plane na nagbumagsak sa Pennsylvania and another one was trying to hit the Pentagon. Yung isa sa Pennsylvania, dapat sa White House papunta yon. So, yun na nalamin namin na it's a terrorist attack. Tapos lumipat kami sa main hospital, which is St. Vincent Hospital then. Tapos nag-set up dun ng triage.
Living through that, ma'am, do you feel like it affected how you look at nursing as a profession? And then, if so, paano?
Well, definitely. Kasi nga, ang daming, parang sinasabi nila noon na every catastrophe naman parang lumalabas lagi like COVID, hero yung mga nurses kasi ikaw yung unang line of care, kasama mo yung mga police, yung mga rescue people. So you're the first line of defense in that kind of war. Kasi 'di ba, lahat noon may injury, so sino bang magbibigay ng na treatment? First line of defense is immediate treatment para hindi na lumala yung injury o dapat yung casualty. So yeah, it kind of like it's challenging in a way na masyadong malaki yung demand sa'yo to save a life kasi dun sa profession mo.
Did you feel bad na you served right after 9/11 and then there was you in that situation na you had to leave the US?
Sa akin kasi, yeah, of course, I feel bad. Kasi I want to practice nursing and I was already working 5 years as a rehab nurse. Tapos I was offered a higher position na ni-reject ko kasi I know that I might not be able to continue working. Kasi nga may ongoing ang immigration process. Pero sa akin kasi hindi na ganun kalala yung shock kasi parang slow burn siya. Yung unti-unti kang pinapatay na maubos na yung time mo. Yung nakikipaglaban ka legally, yung laban mo kasi ilang beses ako nakatatlo akong lawyer. I have to be with someone who knows the law, who can find remedy to my situation in a lawful manner. I spent out of my own pocket. Hindi alam ng hospital yung struggle ko with immigration. They know that I can work legally kasi may work permit naman na inisyu sa akin. But it came to a point on my probably third year dun sa dati kong work na hindi na nare-renew yung work authorization ko. So technically, I also work illegally for 2 years. Kasi lakasan na lang yung loob, you need to survive and you have to do what you need to do. So hindi ako nagsasabi kasi parang andun pa rin yung maliit na hope, hindi ka dapat nawawalan ng pag-asa eh.
Exactly how painful was it yung ganong process na pinagdaan mo, may mga lawyers ka pang kinuha, naapektuhan ba trabaho mo nun, yung anxiety, or if ever meron?
Sabi ko nga slow burn, by the time na dumating yung chance na yun, parang sanay na ako
Nakonsume
eh.
ka na.
Oo, consume na ako. So parang wala na sa akin, tanggap ko na. Ganun na yun. Para bang may sakit ka, may taning ka, so kailangan may condition mo na yung sarili mo, yung sa ending.
Paano mo naabot yung decision na it's time? Exactly. And with Grandison ka.
When I applied for it, 2022, katatapos lang ng pandemic, I did not even attempt before the pandemic. It's because I know na given my immigration record, na kapag nag-overstay ka ng visa, hindi ka pwede, 10-year ban ka. Mumuwi ako 2010. So, 2020, technically pwede na. May mga gawain pa ako sa Pilipinas na hindi ko pa pwedeng iwan. So 2022 is when I started applying, looking. Kaso Grandison lang talaga yung tumanggap sa akin kasi nga, whenever I mentioned the immigration experience that I had here, that I had overstayed my visa, so parang wala na silang interest sa akin because it's gonna be like a challenge. Sa immigration-wise na baka hindi ako bigyan ng visa tapos they will invest on me, on processing everything. But Grandison, no question asked. Sabi niya, just give us your papers if you still have records from your previous immigration process. So binigay ko naman sa kanila lahat yun. So I'm very thankful na pinush pa rin nila yung pag-petition sa akin. Pero eto, nandito na ako. Nandito na ulit ako.
Siyempre sa Grandison, 300 nurse, milestone yan para sa Grandison. Pero on your part, do you think it's also a milestone?
As a nurse, it's still a milestone kasi with my Jurassic age, tinanggap pa rin ako tapos parang binigyan pa rin ako ng chance makapractice. O, di syempre parang milestone pa rin sa akin yun. Parang meron pa rin chance na bumalik ako sa profession ko o kaya mas ma-advance pa yung profession ko.
Ano naman yung you think are relatively the enjoyable, relatively easy parts ng SNF?
I've been here before, so wala problema sa akin yung mga tao. Kasi alam ko na kung, I know what's expected of them. Wala namang problema yung language. Yung mga tao naman, I know how to deal with them. Kahit na, I've been to places, so I have no problem talking or dealing with people. So, culturally naman, alam ko naman kung ano yung Amerika. So, wala namang problema do. So, yung challenges ko talaga is going back sa nursing and reacquiring the skills that I used to know, upgrading them kung kailangan na ng upgrade.
What are the hardest parts nung decision mo to begin again and go back here in the United States?
Wala naman, hindi naman siguro siya yung hardest. It's more like, syempre, the hardest is always leaving your family. Kasi dito, yung challenge mo, wala kang safety net. Pag mawalan ka ng trabaho, mawawalan ka rin ng tirahan kasi di mo afford magbayad. So, yun yung mga hardest challenge kapag nandito. Sa Pilipinas naman, hindi ganun ka-hard yung challenges kasi nga, andun yung family, andun yung support. Dito kasi, pag wala kang family, medyo talagang dapat you be careful with your expenses, the way you manage your finances, di ka pwedeng walang sasakyan, kasama mo yun sa trabaho. So, you have to take care of your work, your employment, because that's gonna be your bread and butter. So, yun yung yung mga challenge ko lang naman, yung family. Matagal mo silang makita, kahit na modern na yung communication natin, dami ko silang i-chat or i-FaceTime. Pero, iba pa rin yung nagkakasama-sama kayo. Tapos, pag may mahirap, magtutulungan. Pag may masaya, magtatawanan. It's different. It's different. Kinukurot-kurot ko pa yung sarili. So, nandito na pa talaga. Kung asan ba yung snow? Parang matulaw na.
Hindi mo naabutan.
Hindi ko naabutan.
Pero until now, medyo nung
More moments mo.
Yung pagpasok pa nga ng US sa port of entry, medyo kinakabahan pa ako ng konti noon, pero hindi ko pinahalata. Talaga, tinititigan ko siya sa so what are you going to do here? I'm going to work. So what work? Registered nurse, talagang eye contact mo. Super confident ka. Tapos, so where did you come from? Sabi ko, Philippines. Tapos, kwentuhan na kami sa mga locations sa Philippines na mga beaches, ano ba yung mga tourist pa. Tapos, okay. Tapos, bigay na ng passport ko. Tatak na siya. Tapos, alis na ako.
Imagine someone na nandun ngayon sa Pilipinas na pinagdaanan kung ano yung pinagdaanan mo before. Ano yung pwede mong i-advise?
Hanggang kaya mo, kung may lakas ka pa ng katawan, lakas ng loob para magtrabaho dito as a nurse. Kung kaya mo pa yung mga challenges ng floor, give it a try. So, okay lang naman kahit na, ayun, marami ka ng mga years na napagdaanan. Feeling ko kasi hindi ako tumatanda sa totoo lang. Saka yun na nga, pag hindi ka ng pag-positive lang naman lagi yung outlook mo. You absorb positive energy. So, magiging positive din sana yung mga outcomes. Kasi, hanggang kailan ka lang ba dito para ma-experience mo yung life ka ba? So, make the most out of it, kahit mahirap. You have to question your fortitude para ma-withstand mo yung mga, siguro laki akong probinsya, lagi kaming binabagyo. So, kung ano yung dumating, pasalamat. Pero kung ano yung kaya mong abutin, pursige ka. Tiyaga lang, tapos wala ng pag-asa. Tinan mo, di ako nawala ng pag-asa, napabalik pa.